get into our program. So I'm going to ask Dr. Tisdale if he'll do the pledge. I'll offer the prayer. Everybody rise.
I pledge allegiance.
No. We pray first.
States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's okay. Thank you, Dr. Tisdale. I know you got excited about the pledge, and that's okay. We can do this. All right, if everyone would bow their heads, we gather with open hearts, seeking collaboration over contention and listening over speaking. Help us resist the urge to exert authority and the impulse to win the moment, so that we may instead offer a steady vision of inclusive success for all. Grant us humility to hear every voice, wisdom to discern the common good, and courage to act with restraint when needed. May our decisions reflect shared responsibility and a future where every resident can thrive. Let our unity be our strength, our patience, our guide, and our commitment to protect dignity and justice for every neighbor. May we work together with clarity, empathy, and tireless dedication to the well-being of our wonderful city of Biloxi. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Tuesday, February 3rd, first meeting in February. Yes, we're getting ready. We'll go ahead and I need a motion to suspend the rules. So moved by Mr. Creel. Seconded by Mr. Shoemaker. Any discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? The clerk would read the revisions.
To the policy agenda, we're substituting items 4A, 4B, and 4C to add the Planning Commission minutes only.
Thank you. I need a motion to accept the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Creel. Seconded by Mr. Shoemaker. Any discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. We're ready for our mayor's report.
Mr. President, and it's Mardi Gras, and our future leaders of Mardi Gras are going to be honored tonight. So all these great awards and certificates, we're going to start. And I'm going to hand the program over to Martha Hunt Tripp.
Okay, I don't think I need this. Can y'all hear me? Oh, got to do it? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, my name is Martha Hunt Tripp, and my sister and I have been very excited about tonight, especially seeing all these wonderful people that we have here tonight, and you're seeing how our city council works, because most of you have never been here before. So it's exciting that you're here. Mayor Gillich, City Council, and citizens, my name is Martha Tripp, and I was Hunt, and I'm chairperson of the 27th Annual Shoebox Float Contest. So we've been doing this for 27 years. My mother, Ruth Hunt, loved children. She and my dad, Walter Skeet Hunt, gave many years to the Gulf Coast Carnival Association. It was my mother's wish for children to have a part of Mardi Gras, and the way she did that was to have them do shoebox float contests and to have a children's marching parade, which Ms. Hunt is in charge of the marching parade, and I got in charge of the shoebox float contest. So we are happy to have all these people here because you're the parents of the children that definitely won the contest. Today, we're here to recognize and honor those winners of the 27th Shoebox Float Contest. The sponsors, so I need to tell you who the people are that gave us money to give to the children for their winning. Barry's You Pull It Auto Parts, Biloxi Bay Area Chamber, the Biloxi Schools, the City of Biloxi, the Coastal Mississippi Mardi Gras Museum, David N. Harris, Jr. Law Firm, MP Design Group, the Butch Ostelet Team, and Holloway Real Estate Services, Jennifer Schmidt, Realtor. I would like to thank Jamie Lee. Where are you, Jamie? Okay. Jamie Lee, he is the director of the Recreation Department. Anna Gazzo, and you'll meet her parents when you go down to the visitor center. She's in charge of that, and she's the one that's got all the food and fun for us tonight. President of the Coastal Mississippi Mardi Gras Museum, and of course my sister, Susan Hunt. That's who she is, and she's president of the Mardi Gras Museum Board. And that's her right there. Now, when you go down tonight to the visitor center, there will be king cake and there will be punch, and also you need to make sure that your children that won get your Mardi Gras shirts, because you wear them on the float. Remember, we're going to have a parade on February the 7th, so you want to wear your shirt to the parade, so make sure you get your shirt tonight. Before honoring the winners, I would like to recognize, and I'm going to ask them to stand up, and hopefully I say everybody's name right. Al Henrian, where are you, Al? Right there. He is president of the Biloxi Bay Area Chamber. Dr. Robbie Williams, where are you? All right, he's the lieutenant captain of the Gulf Coast Carnival Association. Hold your applause and we'll give him a big round of applause. Mark Marver, where are you? Okay, that's Mark Marver. He was king of Mardi Gras in 2012, and now he's chairperson of the Gulf Coast Carnival Association Board. And Ms. Abriza right here, that's Ms. Abriza, she's in charge of the Gulf Coast Mardi Gras Museum downtown. All right, y'all may sit down. Thank you. Give them a big round of applause. They're going to help give out the awards tonight. Some of them will. So let me explain to you about this wonderful event. Grades 4, 5, and 6 in the Biloxi schools, Nativity and Our Lady of Fatima, were extended an invitation to participate. At each school, the art teacher or an assigned teacher was responsible for the contest. Now, we could not have done it without them. And I know there's one here already. She's always here, and that's Miss Hoxie. Stand up, Miss Hoxie. She's at Pops Fair. There was Miss Cummings, Mr. Fernandez, Miss Grider, Ms. Kessler, Ms. Smith, and Ms. Thomas. Every one of those teachers were the ones, or principals, that helped us make this a success. So I really do thank those teachers. Each overall first place, second place, third place, honorable mention winner will receive today a cash award, a set of pop Mardi Gras doubloons, and then they will get a bag, and in that bag there is a Mardi Gras necklace from the Mardi Gras Museum and a family pass, free family pass for y'all to go to the Mardi Gras Museum and visit. So that's in the bags, and those are what you're going to get today when you leave us. Each overall person that wins today will go home with lots of goodies, so we're excited about that. And I'm sorry I can't keep that going in my mouth on this. The cash awards, first place, you're going to win $30. Second place gets $20. Third place, 10, and honorable mention gets 5. And then don't forget, y'all are going to march in the parade on Saturday. Ride in the parade. We're going to ride, and guess what you're going to ride in? The fire truck. That's what you're going to ride in, a fire truck. So you're not going to walk, you're going to ride. And that's thanks to Mr. Boney. He's going to do it for us. Okay. Mayor Gillich, you're going to give out the winner the certificates. So he'll be here. Al, where are you, Al? Come on up. You're going to give out our money, okay? You're right there. Dr. Robbie Williams, you're going to give out our doubloons, and Abriza, you're right here. Okay. I'm going to call the first place winners. Ms. Hunt's got you all lined up. Then it'll be the second place winners, and then honorable mention. Now, I want y'all, when you come up, remember we've already practiced. We shake hands, take the certificate. Okay, we've practiced. Then you all will stand right here and wait, and they'll all take their picture with you, and then you all will go out that door. Okay? All right, here we go. So, we have our first place winners, and we're going to start off with Back Bay Elementary, Euthana Bandera Hernandez, 4th grade, Back Bay. And listen, let's hold the applause until everybody gets up. Okay. Hold your certificate up. There you go. There you go. Okay, you stand right here and get your bag. Whitney Strickland, 4th grade, Garnflow Elementary. Wait now. Oh, get your pick. She's real good about that. She knew what to do. Caroline Smilek, 4th grade, North Bay. Zayden Day, 4th grade, Pops Ferry. Wait, he wants your picture. Ava Rose Leary, 5th grade, Biloxi Upper Elementary. And the next two winners this is their second time to be here, so I'm happy to greet them. Sydney Jones, 6th grade, Biloxi Upper Elementary. Aria Fish, 6th grade, Our Lady of Fatima. This is her third time to be here. All right, now we would like to take your picture. That's all first place, so y'all get behind them. Mark, come on up. And parents, if you all want to get a picture, now's the time.
My picture, and I'll get out of y'all's way. Eric, can you come over? Put right in there, sir.
All right, now we're ready for our second place winners. We have Callie Bonaparte, 4th grade, Back Bay. Sophia Garcia, 4th grade, Pops Ferry. Cameron Underwood, she was here last year, she's back. 5th grade, Biloxi Upper Elementary. Violet Gentry, 6th grade, Biloxi Upper Elementary. This is her second time to be back. Reagan Schumner, did I say it right? No, I got it? All right. Sixth grade, Our Lady of Fatima. Sixth grade, Our Lady of Fatima. And that is second place, so all y'all go up and get your picture. Yeah, some didn't show.
How you doing?
Third place winners, Elliot Hydrick, fourth grade, Pops Ferry. Victoria Lopez, sixth grade, Biloxi Upper Elementary. Brinley McGrew, sixth grade, Our Lady of Fatima. And y'all need to go up. That's it for third. A lot of them were not able to come. Some of them had basketball games tonight. Some of the girls did. Okay, and y'all go right out there. These are our honorable mentions, and at the end of this, parents, I know y'all want to stay and find out about what's happening. Do we have a new person, Ms. Hunt? Okay, just a minute. We'll go ahead and get these going. Our honorable mentions. We have McKenna Evelyn. She's from 5th grade, Biloxi Upper Elementary. Stay right there. Stay right there. And our last place is Elenia Roper, 5th grade, Biloxi Upper Elementary. And she's a returner. She won last year, so she's a returner. All right. Now, parents, they gave us the first because we know you don't want to stay for the rest of it. Now, Ms. Hunt, you want to say something? So Ms. Grider, you didn't tell me you were here. She raised your hand. Okay. All right. All right, y'all are all sorry. And after this, parents, you are excused, and you go to the visitor center and get food. All right. Yes, these are for the kids that didn't show, okay? All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Mayor. Okay, thank you. Thank y'all. Good job. Martha, we'll see you Saturday. Yeah, you got it. Smell something. Well, it smells good. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, I'll give you this report.
Deer didn't hear his car, but she's all right. Didn't hurt her.
Oh, Lord.
I just want to double check.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, as soon as they shut the door, we'll finish this report. All right, well, that was well done. Let me, two things.
Mayor, you still have the
Things in
floor.
my report, a couple of good things, all good things. We,
A couple more minutes.
want to report that the Howard Creek Bridge has been repaired and reopened, but it's still a limitation on weight. So that the permanent replacement would be the bids be worked up here shortly. But at least you can cross the bridge right now. It's been welded but still rated as far as how much weight it'll hold. And a traffic mirror was installed at the Azalea and Irish Hill, so you can see where the traffic's coming from. And on Rue Magnolia and Highway 90, the comfort station is being redone. It should be completed with those new benches and some things to eliminate some of the problems we've been having. And it should be by the end of February, that'll all be redone. And along those lines, our new executive director from, I think he's originally from Bay St. Louis, Mike Riso, is the new CTA director. So we're looking forward to that. And I think that concludes my report. Oh, well, excuse me. I'd ask the council to spread the expenses of the Biloxi travel expense card to the minutes. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to add, I've been up here 14 years watching the Mardi Gras shoebox float contest, and it always fills your heart to see people so involved in our community. This is what we're about. This is a little bit about the fabric, about what Biloxi really is, and the goodness that we're all about. So thanks, Mayor, for letting us celebrate that with you a little bit. There being no departmental reports, we'll move on to our council report. We'll start off with Ward 1, Mr. Gray.
Happy Mardi Gras. I hope everybody's going to be safe out there for parades. I want to thank Public Works for fixing the catch basin on Howard Avenue. Looks good. Now we don't have to worry about no accidents or somebody getting hurt. Kids parade, like Ms. Hunt said, Saturday at 10 o'clock on Howard Avenue. With all the calls I've been getting of all the people not wanting short-term rentals in the residential areas, I would like to make a motion to charge the Planning Commission to consider a text change to remove short-term rentals allowed by conditional use in RM20, medium density, multifamily, residential, RM30, high density, multifamily, residential. So I hope we can make a motion for that.
Mr. Shoemaker?
That's all. That's all.
All right, is this just a charge? It doesn't require a second or anything, or how does this work? It's been a while since we've charged.
I think as part of his report, he could just request that community development look at that and bring it up to the Planning Commission.
Thank you, Mr. Gray, for that. Let it be noted. Does that conclude your report?
That concludes my
Thank you, Mr. Gray. Mr. Marshall, Ward 2.
Come back to me.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Marshall, excuse me, Mr. Dale.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I know we have grass cutting season fixing to come up, and we got a couple of trailers, regular lawn service trailers, and I like to see the trailers say on them, the City of Biloxi Beautification Crew. Maybe that will help the guys when they see that on the side of the truck, to really get into their work and make the city look beautiful this year. And I like to, even when March starts and the grass starts growing, I like to meet them out there and show them some of my skills maybe, you know? But other than that, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Nail. Mr. Creel.
Just a couple of things. Any update with the Be Alert? I know I asked. I just wanted to see if it's moving along. And my only question is just simply with the Pops Ferry Bridge intermittent delay today. It's just that Be Alert is very important for both sides of that bridge, and that's.
Yes, sir. Still waiting on Motorola as far as that. I have not heard anything back on the contract where we're at that point in time. So as we get updates on that, we'll pass those along to you and everyone else.
Perfect.
Please stay, of course, obviously from our social media standpoint, we've been trying to utilize that as much as we can, along with the websites.
Thank you. And I would like to use some of my time, if I could. We have a Beautification Commission meeting tomorrow, and I think I saw the chairperson of the Beautification Commission, Ms. Lotta Burnich, Allie, and I'd like to, if I could, call her up and have her give some details on the Beautification Commission and the minutes and what those guys have been working on.
Thank you, Mr. Is this on? Thank you, Mr. Creel. I would just like to say before I give our little report, that was just so heartwarming with the shoebox thing. My kids are 24 and 21, and they did it every year, and I love to see that about Biloxi, the traditions, everything that we love so much about our city, because I think we can all agree that we all love Biloxi. So that being said, members of the City Council, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Weaver, as chair of the Biloxi Beautification Commission, I want to briefly update y'all on the work we have been doing since we formed in November. Thank you for the opportunity to serve on a commission with no formal authority or funding. All 6 members embrace the challenge and are committed to making an impact. One of our key responsibilities is public education, and you can see an example of our outreach in the February B News, where we emphasize that keeping Biloxi is a shared mindset and movement. We are also considering becoming an affiliate of Keep America Beautiful, and we're going to discuss that tomorrow morning at our meeting before making any recommendations to you, especially given the grant opportunities that could follow. In addition, we are working on restoring the Moonwalk mural at the Fred Hayes statue and plan to propose unveiling a new 144-foot mural along with rechristening the area as Fred Hayes Landing. We might even be able to get Fred Hayes to come, so that could be kind of cool. We have identified 2 possible funding sources for this, $5,000 to $8,000 project, and we'll also bring y'all a grant request. Another one of our founding charges is to work with the Tree Committee to help draft a master beautification plan, identifying key areas and encouraging participation from civic groups, businesses, schools, and families. We hope to see a Biloxi Beautification Fund established so tax-deductible donations can help implement the plan, with the Commission offering recommendations of use of those funds. We will continue working smarter and harder on your Beautification Commission, and we welcome more councilman participation at our meetings, which is tomorrow. Our agenda and meetings are available on the city website. Our primary goal is to bring you a realistic, sustainable plan that we like to say, keep Biloxi beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So that commission is still meeting twice a month on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. I believe it's the first and third Wednesday. So it's open to the public, and anyone that's wanting to help volunteer and become an ex officio member of the Beautification Commission is more than welcome to attend. As I said, these six members have no authority and no funding. So they're strictly volunteers and coming out here dedicating their time and expertise to see what we can do to keep Biloxi beautiful. So that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Creel. Mr. Tisdale.
Thank you. I want to echo Mr. Gray's comment on the text amendment and the charge to the Planning Commission. Do you think we might have that recommendation from the Planning Commission by the end of March or early April, Mr. Creel? I mean, it would seem to be fairly simple, but you guys swim in that pool all day, every day, and I don't, so there may be some ripples.
It probably takes 6 to 8 weeks because we have to
public hearing? Gotcha. So maybe sometime in April then, might be the end of April, you'd have something back to us. Thank you, sir. The next thing, Ms. Labata, if you just 25 words or less, a status report on the Bay Vista water line replacement. I think that was a 300-day contract, I believe, and just folks are starting to ask when's it going to be completed, and they've moved farther south, so I think we're getting much closer, but you would know.
Yes, so they are about 55% complete based on their pay application through the end of December. We don't have January's yet. So it's moving along. The deadline, the contract ends right now, April 1st. We're going to have to extend it. They've hit a couple mains we didn't know about and had to take some delays, some weather delays. So we do owe them a few days. Don't know yet how much, but I would expect that we'll be done well before summer. So it's moving along as smoothly as possible in that area.
And resurfacing those roads, some of them were lightly touched, but most of them are...
Right. So we'll fix where we cut the road, but right now we're not going to be repaving all of the road. So if we cut it trenched across the road, we'll be back with asphalt in those areas, but not just a whole blanket repaving.
Exactly. It's basically whatever was removed would be, more asphalt would be put down, and that's it. Okay, thank you so much. I believe the lights at Pennzoil Park, I know they were out for a while, I think. I don't know if you have an update, James. Somebody said they were on today, so I guess the lights, it might have been a photoelectric cell or lights were replaced, I'm not sure.
We had an electrician go out there and fix the contactors, and then over the weekend the same issue happened again, so therefore he let me know that there could be a wiring issue. They have to look a little bit more into that. Okay. But he went ahead and got them on, so they may be burning throughout the day right now until they can figure out what the problem is.
Okay, so there's unresolved issues.
Correct, but the lights are on.
Right, thank you very much, appreciate that. And echoing Mr. Creel on we used to do for B alerts, I think the product was code red, but we dropped that product. I think there were some issues or concerns. And is Motorola, that's the company we're going with for this new application? Did I understand that correctly? Good. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tisdale. Great to see all those improvements in Ward 5 going on over there. And that leads us to Mr. Shoemaker.
Just two things. Like the mayor was saying, Howard Creek Bridge on Old Highway 67 has reopened several hours ago, so that is great for traffic. So hopefully no issues, and it's opened. So it is open as of now. And secondly and lastly, I know I mentioned St. Patrick's Day Parade last week, our last council meeting, and I know the parade has moved, but do we have any events, do we know scheduled, city events scheduled for that day? We still have Town Green scheduled that day? Okay, that's all I have then, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shoemaker. All right, Mr. Marshall, I'm coming back to you. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do this. All right, facade grant. I want to remind those that are in business in the East Biloxi area, prior years, East Biloxi area has been neglected and left out when it came to the facade grant for local and small businesses. I've been able to work with, along with Mr. Gray and several other council members with the Greater Biloxi Economic Development Foundation, Mississippi Power, and there's a facade grant. They're taking applications now for up to $5,000. It is a 50%, which means that you put in 50% and they'll match it up to $5,000. The funds are limited. In the years past, I think it was done through Main Street, but when they said Main Street, it didn't come across the tracks towards the East Biloxi area. This time with this organization, we're able to get it designed so that it's basically coming from the other side of Keesler on Pass Road, the eastern side part of Pass Road, comes through Division Street and connects to the different streets that go on along. It touches Division Street. And in the past, that area has been left out. I'm glad to announce that they've recognized that that is a target area. So we're going to be doing some business redevelopment with the facade grants there. I'm going to ask that Mr. Jamie, if you don't mind, you drop your head. You knew I was going to call you. Come here. You already dropped your head. I saw you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, on the, in Henrybeck Park, we were doing real good on getting repairs done, but I noticed that the gates are still not working, and we still got fence work. Do you have a progress on that for me?
No, sir. Last time I believe we spoke that the rolling gates that we had installed were actually installed on the incorrect side, so therefore that they weren't able to be latched correctly. And that was something that, you know, we were going to look at possibly redoing, but we have not at this time. I can look into it and we can come up and see if we have the funding to fix those gates once we get a price or a quote. And as far as the porch goes, I did meet with the Knights of Peter Claver group. The way that their organization works is they have classes in the spring, which begin in March, and they have a class which is also in the fall. The porch is on the list of things to look at getting repaired once they come back into session in March, which would be next month.
Okay, so we're talking, as far as that building, we're talking March, but do you have a time frame for my gate and my fence? I need to be able to lock my gate. I need to be able to lock my park. It's for security.
If I could ask, who would you like to see responsible for locking and unlocking that gate?
Who in the past was responsible? How would you suggest?
Well, if the park closes at 10 o'clock, then we would have to find resources to unlock that gate early in the morning when the park opens and then lock it at night.
With the park closing at 10 o'clock, that's going to be too late for close that park anyway. We're going to be changing that time. The group that we're putting together that we had discussions with, we're going to probably get with them and let them police that park as far as opening the gates and closing the gates. We have several senior citizens that are already volunteered. They just want to make sure they're able to do it. They don't have a problem with doing it. Several of them actually live there, look at the park all day long, call me and tell me who's in the park doing what. They know this already, so they're willing to do that, but they need the gates fixed.
Are we still having some issues out there later at night in that park?
Mostly it's driving through. People just coming through. Okay. It's open, they come through. By the time we look out there, they done did their little deal and they're gone. They're hanging out. The Biloxi Police Department's done an excellent job. I mean, we need to pay them more. Where they clean up that park, they walk in, they talk to the people, they're real nice. They let them know that, hey, the park is not to be slept in, and the park is not just to be loitering in. And they're communicating. They did what we call community policing. So I can't complain as far as that, but we do need to be able to say, you know, for that guy, that girl that want to ride through there and do the little, whatever they do real quick and keep moving, we got to fence that off.
Let us get a quote on the fences and then we'll revisit and see what we can do.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Chief? First time I had you in that seat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad to see you. All right.
Yes.
All right. Can you state your name so everybody know who you are?
Granver Everett.
And who are you, Granver Everett?
I am the Assistant Chief of the Biloxi Police Department.
You're the Assistant Chief of Biloxi Police Department. Glad to have you here. First time on the hot seat for me. Let's get into it.
Okay.
First of all, I want to say thank you for all you've done for us cleaning up that park. There are some areas that we are looking at that we do have some concern. I'm getting a lot of complaints on. One of the things that we're having is a lot of bad traffic on Magnolia Street. We don't want bad tactics. We want community policing. We've enjoyed it so far, and I want to continue it that way. We don't want all our residents to feel like they're being pushed or threatened, but we do want our areas to be cleaned. If you can have someone, continue to look into that for me a little bit tighter, a little bit harder, and I think it's kind of obvious what it is. I mean, you're not going to ride in a marked car and see it, but you can figure out a way to find out what's going on for me. As far as here's a corner, Elmer and Division Street. We've had discussions about it before. Some I presented, most of it was presented to me to see what's the plan. The loitering is getting worse, and I don't have a solution. I was trying to figure out a way to get around it, to approach it, but I'm getting, of all the things I get complaints about, is that corner, just loitering. I know we got them out the park, but they seem to went to that particular area, and I like to, maybe sit down with you and the mayor, and we need to get a plan together to clean that up, to stop it, whatever we got to do. I was told that the owner needs to put up sign an agreement for no trespassing. How you been handling it?
Well, first thing we do is enter into that no trespass agreement. Any business itself can come in and sign this agreement. It's a 2-year agreement. Once it's posted, it gives us, the police, the permission to come onto your property. Anybody that's kind of loitering, trespassing there, not allowed or not there for the reasons they're supposed to be there, we can run them off. So.
Okay. Can I ask you to go ahead on and contact the owners and start that? If they refuse to do that, could you let me know?
Yes, sir.
Which means that they're not trying. I know the owners, and actually, I'm proud of them. I love them. So maybe if you can approach them and let them know that it's to that point, and get that going for me. I appreciate that. We also still have a problem with people. I sympathize with the homeless, and the corner of Radar and Division on Sunday mornings, typically, when I have people coming in, going to church and all, it's just a lot of people just laying out on the sidewalk. And I think they're waiting for the place to open up to eat, or what have you. But I've stopped and I've asked them, hey, move around. We don't want people arrested. We're not looking for that. But if you can have your officers, they just stop, tap them on the shoulder, and ask them, to keep moving. Okay. We don't want to seem like we're coming down hard or force or anything, but a tap on the shoulder, I think they'll help us out.
Absolutely.
Okay. And that'll be it for you. I thank you so much. Mr. Creel? We had a conversation about the demolition of homes and the rules for the demolition of homes in the area. Those homes that are in blight, not in disrepair. I've had a lot of phone calls about it. In our conversation, I think I was misheard. Someone misquoted me. I was stating that as it stands, some of the times that you come forward with us with houses that are in disrepair, the solution, as I stated, I felt like just tearing down the house to me was going too far in one direction. You stated there's another solution to go in and secure the home.
Yes, sir.
And so I got phone calls about it because somebody heard it backwards. They thought that I was, they got their house already boarded up, or they've already, so we're going to go tear their house down. I want to clarify that the purpose of my conversation with you was that we have enough vacant lots already. And a lot of times the people don't want their house torn down, but they're not able to finalize the closing of a house because of the area of property and things like that. So with that in mind, could you explain to me the difference between the demolition and the next step down would be the securing the property, and how long can a house stay secure or still stay boarded up before we could go to a next step?
It's what used to be 1 year in the code, but it's 2 years now. The International Property Maintenance Code changed it from 1 year to 2 year in the last edition that came out. Mm-hmm. If you board it up and if you secure it, then from that point you have 2 years to do whatever you're going to do with it, rehab it or whatever.
Okay. All right. The reason why I'm supporting that is because we don't need any more. We got over 1,000 empty lots in East Biloxi. tearing down a house, knowing that the next person to come on to build there probably got to build up elevated, and it's going to cause even more problems. So that was the purpose of it. So that I just want to clarify that, make sure that we're good. Okay, thank you so much.
But let me point out one thing. It's not our mission to go out and, look for houses down, but sometimes when we can't get any cooperation from the owner and the house is open, then it becomes a public nuisance because you have people going in and out of it all the time. And sometimes the only way that we can get the owner's attention is to talk about demolition. But really, realistically, if they would just secure it so that the people could not go in and out of it, then, hey, we'll certainly work with them. Okay?
All right. We like that a lot better. Thank you so much, sir.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, sir.
The house that was on 3rd Street, y'all hear it? That I've been getting a few people call me and tell me they're doing a good job over there cleaning it up. The one that was kind of up for demolition.
Yes, sir.
Last time I've been getting calls and seeing people, and they saying they're doing a good job over there trying to get it straightened up and fix what they can.
Good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
For letting me.
Okay, on the next issue is I've been getting a lot of calls, and I want to say to the administration, this water bill issue that we passed, we know that we haven't finalized everything, but it's getting more confusing to people. Is there a quick synopsis of where we are and what the intentions are? Just real quick. The seniors, the senior discount for the water bill.
Yes, sir. At this point, there's no changes in place. Anybody that has it currently, there's no changes until April 1st. And we're preparing the new application for anyone to apply or to reapply between this month, March, to reapply with their information. If there's not a deadline to apply by that date, it's still an open deadline to apply to meet the requirement for senior discount. The requirements are 65 years of older, verification that your income level is at the HUD level for Gulfport, Biloxi, roughly $45,000, and that the value of your house is $125,000. So at this point, if somebody has it currently, there's no change. The new rates, or the new rates, would go into effect April 1st. And so initially, anyone that has it now will be getting notice in their water bill that it is changing. If they qualify, they should reapply. And at that point, I think as part of the B News, we didn't make it in this edition, but there'll be an explanation of this is available to you if you qualify.
Okay, so right now, as it stands, if a person is a rental, they're renting, they do qualify for how much of a discount is it?
25%.
That's right now up until April 1st.
Right now, if you haven't applied for it now, then you're paying the normal rate right now if you don't have it.
Okay. If you do have it, you get, what is the discount for those that are getting it right now? How much is it?
It's what the rate is now in the ordinance. I think it's, I don't have the number in front of me.
Are renters, people who are renting a home, apartment, are they able to get the discount now?
It depends if the water bill is in their name. Some renters will put it in their name. Some larger apartments, they have one meter that covers all the apartments. So it's going to depend on whose name is on the account.
Okay, what I'm asking about is housing. If a person is renting a house and the water is not included in their rent, at this point, they don't have to own their home to get a discount up until April 1st.
If the water's not in their name, the landlord is probably paying the bill.
I'm saying the water is in their name.
Oh, if the water's in their name, yes.
Right. And they're over 65,
yes.
They're automatically, they're getting a discount. But even though they don't own a home, they're renting.
There was never an automatic discount. It was something that could be applied for to get the discount.
Okay. If they applied for it and they got the discount, they're not a homeowner and they're renting. come April 1st, they will no longer be able to get a discount at all.
They'd have to reapply for it, yes, sir.
But if they're not a homeowner, they're just renting the home, will they qualify in this program is the question.
It's for whatever the value, if that's a single-family home that they're renting, and it meets that requirement, then they would be able to apply for that.
So it does cover renters.
Yes, sir. If it's a single-family home they're renting and the water is in their name, they're just like someone that owns a house.
Okay, that's very important.
Mr. Tisdale requested to talk on that subject.
Yes, sir.
You allow Mr. Tisdale.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall. So again, I would urge something to be run in the March B news and maybe frequently asked questions kind of thing in the outline. And is there going to be an application online that could they complete that application online, or do they have to, it's maybe fillable and they print it and hand carry it down there or mail it in? I don't think we have any forms online that folks can complete and boom, send it to somebody.
No, I think, but as part of the thing, we could include it in the, obviously, all the forms will be available at the water department.
Right.
But, yeah, putting something online for that is not that hard to do.
Thank you.
Mr. Marshall?
All right, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall. I got a few things.
Something to print it.
I want to start off because we had a report from the Beautification Commission. Appreciate the update on that. Just a thought maybe the commission may want to think about. We have a tree mitigation bank, and perhaps they can make suggestions to the tree mitigation bank. If that's one of the things, if y'all are replanting trees or something like that, that may be a source of kind of not donations, but if the funding is going into that mitigation bank and you have recommendations and it falls under that criteria, perhaps you can collaborate and cooperate with the tree committee. Just a suggestion. Kind of ironic, I was in the back in between meetings talking to Ward 6 Commissioner Connie Rocco, and she was sharing some ideas and thoughts. It sounds like she's really excited. And one thing she said she's willing to do, I believe if I understood her correctly, is that she would volunteer to be the interim commissioner for Ward 7 if Ward 7 needed a little help in the interim. And that's I'm serious about that. Now, she's familiar with that area, and she was actually talking about, and I said, no, that's Ward 7. She said, what about Woolmarket? I said, no, that's Ward 7. And she said, what about, and I said, no, that's D'Iberville, because that used to be her district, kind of over there.
I could get her to help with it.
Yeah, no, I just threw that out there. If you need some help in the interim, she's willing to do that. And then one last thing, if Lana, if y'all would kind of zero in on this. I know y'all having a meeting tomorrow. This week is her birthday, and so I kind of promised her that we'd kind of get happy birthday sung to her. So if y'all would kind of embarrass her a little bit with that tomorrow, I'd appreciate it. All right, a couple other things I want to talk about. These were some events this weekend. I kind of bumped into the mayor, Biloxi, the parade. Biloxi kind of commenced down by the down on East Biloxi, and we had even the chilly weather. Those dogs were out there strutting their stuff, and all the dog owners were really thrilled. And the mayor was up there dancing with them and all that kind of stuff, and shaking a leg. That was also kind of hosted by the Chamber of Commerce. They were out there with hot chocolate and all that kind of stuff, and they were really excited about it. So I hope we can continue to grow that event, because I certainly saw a lot of neighbors in my neighborhood down there and all parts of Biloxi participating. Also, Burger, the former Burger, opened this week, known as the Old Biloxi Cafe. The Red Wines are running that. They have two other stores, one of them in St. Martin. We have a little group that every now and then, every other month, kind of has been meeting in St. Martin. Now we can bring some of those tax dollars over here and start meeting over here a little bit. Now I think they have a restaurant in North Mississippi that was affected by the ice storms. It's actually closed, and I think they were able to bring some of that inventory down here and use it as they open the new store. So it's great to see. Couple other things. Stacy Lane and Shawnowitz has been on the kind of the report for paving. Just to ask if we can take a look at it. It's been on there quite some time and been patient. Hopefully it'll move up the list and we'll get some funding to take care of that. And one immediate, if you could call this an emergency, Cedar Lake, when you go over the bridge, just on the east, there's a bad washout. That's where the sunken boat, if you see it in the lake there. But it's really bad washed out, and I saw a car the other day and went over and he stopped and then he kind of moved out of there. But if he was going any kind of speed, that could have been a different result. And then if I can ask someone about Lick Skillet, Highway 15, they're commencing some work. I know that may not be us, but if anybody has any knowledge of exactly what's going on there, I'd appreciate an update now if that's okay, if that's appropriate. Is that okay, Rick? Okay.
I don't know the whole details. I know that's an MDOT funded project, and they're going to be changing the way that the cars, when you go up north, up Highway 15, New 67, you're not going to be able to turn like you normally do at that red light there at Lick Skillet and Old 67. You're not going to be able to turn back west, which would be to your left. You're going to have to go up and do a U-turn and come back down. I don't know a lot of the details. I know it's part of some safety project they're doing along the entire corridor, but that's kind of the extent of what what's happening there.
Okay, well, appreciate the brief update, and I can kind of respond and get a little bit more information going forward. Thank you for that. And with that concludes my report. So only been here an hour so far, so we'll tackle the rest of the agenda here. Thank you, everybody, for that. The next part is citizens' comments. We have a total allotted time of 45 minutes. Each citizen that comes up to speak has 3 minutes. We've got a big crowd here tonight, so we're going to hear strictly to the 3 minutes, and we ask you to respect that. State your name and address for the clerk to record, and if you would write it down on the piece of paper on the table in front. So my left, your right, if you'd raise your hand to be recognized, if you want to come up and speak. Raise your hand high. All right, we'll get this. Yes, sir, you standing, and we'll get to you next.
Good afternoon or good evening. My name's Austin Johnson. I don't feel comfortable saying my address, but I do live at Pine Haven Mobile Home Park, Ward 7 with David Shoemaker.
All right, could you also sign in, sir, if you don't mind? Thank you.
But may I approach to give you guys a couple of papers?
Sure. With no objection, sure. What kind of papers? Okay, just verify. That went over everybody's head.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm not sure if we've seen this issue, but slumlords is an issue here in Biloxi. I want to start off by saying on December 30th, we reported being with no heat. Now today is February 3rd, and we still do not have heat in our mobile home. And then following on these pieces of paper, you will see there's a wall there where I reported black mold on this wall in October of last year. And you can see on that picture that it's still not fixed. They came in and busted the wall down, but it has not been fixed. We have been living in unlivable conditions. Not to mention the hot water issue. We don't have enough hot water to even run the bath water. On our showers, both showers in both rooms are broke and not working. So we don't even have enough hot water to fill the bathtub. We're turning to boiling water on the stove to have a hot bath to be clean. We reported this over and over and over again. And, this issue here at this mobile home park, they can plant trees and plant bushes, but you can't come and fix somebody's heat. I've reached out, and there's a series of follow-up. On December 30th, our heat issue was explained. That following Monday, on January 5th, I messaged and asked for an update. I even reported on the resident app that day. the property manager and the workers there have been helpful and sincere with this issue, and it seems like they cannot get an issue from the higher-up people. On January 15th, I messaged for a number with the park to try and voice concerns to the higher-ups and got nowhere. So January 29th or January 26th, I reached back out, and they could still not give us a time when this heat issue would be fixed. On January 29th, I called Biloxi Code Enforcement. And so they're well informed with all the receipts, the documents, and everything that's going on. But I guess the point of being here and saying this is I just wanted to go on record to personally inform you all, so when you're running for office again, that you can't say you don't know this is an issue. I am working a full-time job. I'm subbing in the Harrison County School District, and I'm an Uber driver. And we're paying $1,200 a month to live in unlivable conditions. You listen, and the thing is, and then if they want to evict you, do you all know that the justice court judges are most landlords? Whose side are they going to take? If they're a landlord, whose side are they going to take? So I just wanted to bring this to you all's attention that there is an issue. There is an issue, and something needs to be done. And not to mention on this paper, it was 54 degrees in our house on February 1st.
Mr. Johnson, I just want, may I say, and not that this matters at all, but this is the first I've heard of this. We've had other issues.
Thank you, y'all.
I apologize. I was just going to say, that's the first I've heard of this issue. I've spoken with Director Creel on some other issues at that trailer park before, so I just wanted to let that be known.
Thank you, Councilman. That's okay.
I'm here with the loss, and this it sounds like it's fine. It's not even mean to slide that to you like that. I spoke with
Hey, can I get one more?
Need one more down here.
Oh, that's fine. We're here.
I got 3 seats for you. I'm here to discuss what I did before. I told you about
Yeah, ma'am, you need to get, it can't be recorded. It can't be recorded.
It's here. It's already printed out.
But it can't be recorded if you don't speak into the microphone. If you're walking around, it won't pick up what you're saying, and this is recorded. And if you can state your name, address for the record.
My name is Vera Williams Walker. The address, I gave you a letter. As I said, I spoke with you all before about stochastic terrorism. I felt like I was being stalked, couldn't understand the reason. There's a letter that you have, as Victoria Moon once said, Biloxi School out whistleblowers. So I was the whistleblower on this letter. The other paper I gave you is a computation, a payroll computation for the Biloxi Public School District. Turn it on the back, there's another computation for the Biloxi Public School. So what I'm looking at is 2 payroll sheets from the Biloxi Public School District. The last sheet I gave you, you'll find my name, Social Security, social blacked out. But on this sheet, when I was employed by Biloxi Public School, I started out with 2 years of college. 2. You can see them on this paper. In 1982 under Mary Womack. And if you look at the next line, you'll see a 0. Where those 2 years of college was supposed to be. I get paid for going to school. I was supposed to get paid for these 2 years of college that suddenly disappeared. You're looking at the sheet. 2 years of college gone. How many years do you see a 0? You see the zeros? I wasn't paid for that. I wasn't paid for that. Biloxi Public School District, pay me what you owe me. Pay me what you owe me. A school district should not have 2 payrolls. But look at the numbers on the payroll. You'll see years experience, years in. My money's gone. You'll see 2 different amounts. One scratched out. My money's gone. And if it was taken from me and not paid, that was defrauding. Social Security, not only me. Social Security was defrauded. If 65, do I get Social Security straight? Was my peers' report straight? How can it be? You'll see the last year I worked, what does it say? 1997. I was terminated in 2010. Where's my other paperwork? I asked the school already. You'll see Marcus's name on this letter and how he got to be superintendent, which I feel I'm more.
Your time's up.
Which I feel I'm more qualified for. Have a master's in business and a master's in psychology. Because the school did.
Thank you, ma'am. Your time is up. Your time's up. Your time has expired. No.
Fine.
Thank you.
Pay me what you owe me.
Anyone else? Yes, ma'am, in the back.
Thank you all very much. Can you hear me? Thank you very much for seeing me. My name is Nicole Bethman, and I'm the owner of Pop's Pizzeria at the corner of Cedar Lake Road and Pops Ferry Road in Biloxi. I bought the business about 2.5 years ago. And currently today, my business is being impacted by what I see as a real issue for the city if we don't get our arms around it, which is pop-up events. Whether the property is owned by a private landlord or is owned in a public domain, we've got to get our arms around this because this is the second time in 2 years, well, the second time in 6 months, I will have dealt with a pop-up event that was put on by a tenant in the strip center of which I operate in. I was not notified of the event. None of the tenants were. And it went out on national social media with a crowd coming into Biloxi on Saturday night that will be far larger than anybody is expecting. That is a very busy intersection. I have an urgent care right down the corner from me. The last time this happened back in July, I'm the one who was going out of my mind and called the Biloxi police and said, you got to get in here and you got to get this stopped. Something bad is going to happen. This is going to become a public nuisance and get out of control. Not to mention, it's a safety issue for my customers, the citizens of the city, and I'm losing a lot of money, of which I need that money to pay payroll and pay taxes. So I ask that we really think out of the box, and I know we've done some work around how we control this for spring break and different events, but I think we've got to hold landlords accountable for validating permits for these types of events. Today, this gentleman didn't have to get an event for this activity. There's no one talking to me about potty control. Where are they going to go to the bathroom? Where are the trash receptacles going to be? Who's going to clean up after this? What happens if there's a car accident? I can tell you what happens if something happens. That's when we use the city of Biloxi's resources to come in and clean up what could have been a prevented instance. That parking lot at that intersection is not set up or designed for an event for hundreds of people. It is not. And this is the second time this has happened, and I can't get anyone to help me. Not my landlord, not the city, not anyone. The gentleman at the police department that I spoke to today couldn't have been more gracious, but his hands are tied. And I think we've got to untie their hands, give them the authority to get involved on a preemptive basis to determine what events become public nuisances and safety concerns and which ones do not. because I will continue to chase these events if this continues to happen. And at some point, I have to quit operating because it costs me too much revenue and it's too stressful. And I have enough on my plate operating my business that I have to worry about this as well. And I think we can zone properties differently and really get ahead of this on a proactive basis. And I'm happy to help in any way I can.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Did you sign in? Did you sign in?
No, sir, I did not, but I'm happy to.
Thank you for signing in. And, maybe see me after the meeting. That's my ward, and I love Pop's Pizza.
Thank you.
It's
Well,
my favorite.
3-time winner of the best pizza on the Mississippi.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else on my left? Your right. Now raise your hand to be recognized. Come speak. Anyone on my right? Your left. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Lizzie Williams down here, and I live at 575 Jefferson Street. I have been living there for 40 years over there, and recently my problem started 6 months ago after the finish of the Holly Street development over there. My water smells. It smells. The problem, the city is aware of it. The problem for the solution is to come out and flush the line twice a week over there, and the problem still return. They have no solution to my water problem, which is very smelly. That's it.
Thank you. Anyone else on my right? Your left? Yes, sir.
You want to check this?
I understand your job isn't easy.
I need you to state your name and address.
Christopher Noble, 2304 Mary Lane.
Thank you, Mr. Noble.
I understand your jobs aren't easy. Saying no is hard, especially when the applicant is well-intentioned organization with influential supporters. But the ordinance for the conditional use permit was crystal clear the day the application was submitted. This is for that Fernwood Road address, 2793. But it seems that what could be happening right now is the effort to add, rewrite, or tweak some language in the LDO to make it fit after the application was filed. And this seems to me that that would be creating carve-outs to force an approval that the law as it's currently written doesn't support. That doesn't seem proper. I believe it sets a dangerous precedent, and it's unfair to the neighboring property owners who face very real impacts of reduced property values, a change in their neighborhood character, quality of life, and the loss of future retail development. Even if approving this conditional use permit feels morally compassionate, the first moral obligation is to uphold the law as it existed when the application was filed, not after altering the law to accommodate the application. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else on my right, your left? Raise your hand so I can see it if you want to come up and speak. Anyone in the back of the room? One more time. Yes.
Good afternoon. Good evening, I'm sorry.
Good evening.
My name is Sabrina Stallworth, and I just have a question. I've been back in Biloxi now.
Ms. Stallworth, I'm just going to tell you this is not a question and answer. You can say I have a question, but we can't exchange a question and answer.
All right. I have a question. I've been back in Biloxi 11 years, and my question is, why is Biloxi, downtown Biloxi, so dead? What is it going to take for the city or the people of the city to bring life to downtown Biloxi? Because I look at Ocean Springs, I look at Bay St. Louis. These two towns are thriving, but Biloxi is just dead. And I remember as a child growing up here, there was life in downtown Biloxi. Sorry, excuse me.
You good?
There was life in downtown Biloxi. But what is it going to take? That was my question.
Thank you. Anyone else? Raise your hand to be recognized. If there's no one else, then citizens' comments are now closed. We'll move on to the policy agenda.
Resolution granting conditional use to authorize a short-term rental located at 285 Rodenberg Avenue.
Chair, entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion.
All right, made by Mr. Gray. Second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Creel. Mr. Gray.
They spent a lot of money rehabbing this, Gary, they rehabbed this property that was probably pretty bad off, right?
Yes, sir. It was, these two properties, item A and item B, were actually code enforcement properties, and Elaine Harpin and his partner took those over and have rehabbed those. They're in very good shape now. The houses face Rodenberg. They're on the west side of Rodenberg, and the duplex, there's a duplex, which is item B, and then there's a single-family house that's item A, the first one y'all would be voting on. The duplex is right next to the laundromat, which is right next to the auto parts store there at Rodenberg and Pass Road. And then the single-family house is on the south side of the duplex, which is next to a single-family house that faces the opposite direction. So these are clearly on a commercial corridor going from Pass Road to Highway 90.
Are these residential area, or is this a limited business?
It's limited business, and it's conditional use there, so it would not count toward the limit, the total limit of 75 that we've already established.
I don't have a problem with either one of these. They're not in a residential area, in a limited business. That's all I know.
All right. Anybody else?
Nothing further.
Creel? Anyone else? There being no other discussion, call for the question. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries without opposition.
Was that on both or just one? Just one.
Just one. Next item.
Resolution granting conditional use to authorize a duplex as a short-term rental at 289 Rodenberg A and B.
Chair, entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
All right. Motion by Mr. Gray. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Creel. Mr. Gray.
I have no, it's the same property.
All right. Mr. Creel.
Nothing further.
Anyone else? There being no other discussion, call for the question. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Next item.
Resolution granting conditional use to authorize a medical clinic located at 242 Beauvoir Road.
All right. Do I have a motion? Motion by Mr. Nail. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Who's second? Who's second?
I'll second it.
All right, Mr. Tisdale, you got the second. Mr. Nail.
This is going to be a medical clinic, and I think it's needed in that area. I mean, you know, it's going to be a brand-new building.
Would you like Mr. Creel to comment further?
Yeah.
Mr. Creel?
Okay. This is going to be an acupuncture clinic or a pain management clinic. It will be newly constructed. If you look in this area, there's medical offices all around where they're wanting to locate, and even some on the west side of Beauvoir Road. So we think it's appropriate and think it'll be a good addition to that area.
Yep.
Mr. Tisdale.
Yeah, Mr. Creel, is that empty lot? It's kind of like almost a little medical park or
it is
a business park. Is it that empty property that fronts Beauvoir Road?
The vacant property just south of that, yes, sir.
Gotcha. All right, thank you.
All right, any other discussion?
Yeah, I have.
Mr. Gray.
What kind of clinic is this going to be?
Acupuncture. They call it acupuncture or pain management.
I mean, they're not selling any kind
No, nothing like that.
All right, that's all I have.
All right.
Some new businesses, that's all.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gray. Chair would like to know if there's any additional discussion. There being none, we'll call for the question. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Move on to the next item. This item was tabled. on January 20th by Mr. Tisdale. Made the motion. It was seconded by Mr. Creel. Mr. Tisdale.
Yes, excuse me.
What is it?
You want me to read it in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Read it.
Let me read it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and read it. I'm getting ahead.
Resolution declaring the intention of the mayor and city council to issue general obligation bonds in the maximum amount of $14 million.
All right. This resolution was tabled. This is a substitute. Motion by Mr. Tisdale, second by Mr. Creel. Mr. Tisdale, you have the floor.
Yes, so we have a list and a list of projects that I think the administration presented with some input from the council, and if we did everything on that list, why, it's only going to cost about $24 million is our best estimate. However, we're talking about a bond issue of $14 million. Up to $14 million, and I think it was mentioned that some of these things could be amended during discussion, but at this point, I would suggest, because we've not whittled down exactly what projects of those presented we're going to do. So what I would suggest we do is is to table it for another week, to have a workshop next Tuesday, 10 o'clock.
Mardi Gras.
No, Mardi Gras is the 17th.
Oh.
Next Tuesday's the 10th. Usually we don't meet on the second Tuesday, but because of Mardi Gras, we'll meet
Some
next
people, Mardi Gras is a lot of days, but
For
that's
some
okay.
people, Mardi Gras started in December. I'm not one of them. But I think we need a workshop to whittle down and identify exactly which projects we are going to fund with this bond issue. So that would be my suggestion. I know there's probably further discussion. I'll certainly listen.
Yep. Mr. Creel.
So just a quick question, for everybody, it's a substitute simply because we changed the date, correct? Okay.
No, there's a substitute, I think, because...
Change the intent, when to go to the bank, right?
Right, I'm just questioning why it's a substitute instead of the original.
Yes, Jane. I think because could have amended it. Yeah, I'll tell you.
The only thing different in this resolution from the prior resolution is the deadline for taxpayer protest is moved to March 3rd.
Okay.
So we have time to publish once a week for 3 weeks.
All right, so Jane, if we tabled it for another week, that would push the date for that protest deadline. That would push it a week right here. I'm sorry to bring you out only to see us table again, but really we've got to nail down these projects.
So and to further the first list that we received an additional list today that was changed or had an addition to it that we just got when we got here today. So looking at the projects, I know some have more priority than others, and I know we have questions, especially with the new list. So that's all I have.
Just had a question. If we had a workshop, there's no meeting next week,
There is a meeting.
There is a meeting because we pushed it, Mardi Gras.
You like me?
Yep. All right. Anyone else have some discussion on this matter?
Yeah,
Anyone?
I actually do. I want to
Mr.
clarify.
Marshall, recognized.
I want to clarify that I am for tabling it for the purpose of getting the outline of what all is included as much as possible to determine what we're borrowing money for. Sometimes we forget that we are actually borrowing money, and we're also encumbering our citizens to pay this money back. But I'm also concerned that in business, when you're borrowing, you need to borrow enough to complete the task. And we don't want to overborrow. It's my understanding in talking to those who are our financial advisors, we're well within our borrowing limits when we're talking 18 to 20 million. Is that correct?
That is well within statutory borrowing limits.
Okay. All right, there's no way we're going to fit all of our projects. We found out first it was start off with 10 million. It wasn't going to work. It's not going to work at 14 million. So we're going to just have a meeting and sit down and try to work out a way to do something impossible at 14 million. We can do this forever. So we need to come to the table understanding that everything has gone up, prices have gone up, projects have gone up, and we need to come to a realistic open mind about limiting it to 14 million, 15 million. It's unrealistic. We don't want to encumber the citizens, but we want to be to the point where we're wishing we had gotten more because we can't do anything. We're looking at the senior theater situation. I'm not picking on my mayor. I like my mayor. But we don't want to keep finding money, piecing money together. Let's do something, do it one time, and keep moving. And in the beginning, the East Biloxi only asked for one major project that was promised to us, and we are insisting that we're not going to add anything. We're not adding sidewalks. We're not adding a whole lot of everything to this. We're limiting what we're asking for to one thing that was promised to us for 20 years. So when we sit down, we need to be realistic as our amounts. Limiting us to a point where we can't get enough projects done puts us in a bad position to argue with each other. And I just want to make sure we're clear. When we sit at this table, we're understanding that, yeah, this is going to cost, but let's just do what we're going to do and keep moving. Yeah.
Okay. Got a few comments on this too. So we tabled this for a workshop. We talked about it, through the workshop process. And I've given it a lot of thought. Been on this council for 14 years, along with Mr. Tisdale. And you are correct. We started up at 10 million, and then we said up to 14 million. And I was real uncomfortable when this came up on the agenda and people were throwing out 20, 25, 30 plus $million. I cannot support that after I thought about this. I can support up to 14 million. And this list that's been compiled that has 26 million, my suggestion would be this, that what we can complete with 14 million, and then those items that don't make the cut or as we work through it can be alternate adds. That means we could have a list for 26 million. We're only going to borrow up to 14 million. We may not want to use all of it, but we can borrow up to 14, go to the bank, tell them we want to go up to 14 million. They give us 3 years to use it, and we start these projects in priority. And if in a couple years from now we feel that we need to go issue another bond, we can pull that trigger. That's in our toolbox if we have the financial capability to do that. I don't have a problem with tabling it to give it a little bit more thought. But right now, I don't see how. I mean, I'm not going to say never, but my threshold is reached at this up to 14 million. And just to go beyond that, we always have the capability in a year, 2 years, 3 years actually. If we feel we need to issue another bond, we can always say we have the financial capability to do it. We need to spend some time trying to build that reserve fund up, and by not getting crazy on out there with issuing a big $30 million bond, perhaps we can achieve that. And that's usually, we've heard our bond experts advise us, usually you issue a bond for long-term, long-life projects, and you're not going into the reserves, which we don't have much now, and it gives you the opportunity to build those reserves back up. So that's my comments on the issue. I yield to whoever wants to make a comment further.
Go ahead, Dr. Tisdale.
Mr. Tisdale.
I'm ready to make a motion. If there's more discussion,
I'm hearing Mr. Glavin speak, but Mr. Glavin, if you feel that way, I only have one thing that was requested. It's been requested for 20 years. If you want to put things in line as priority, I think 20 years is long enough to wait. And that is not on your $14 million list. Yep. It's not on your $10 million list. So basically, you're telling East Biloxi they can't have anything.
I'm not saying that, sir. I did not say that.
it's not on the list, but you're comfortable with it not being on the list. If it's not on the $14 million list and you're limited it at $14 million, that means that you're okay with that.
No, I'm not
We're
talking
okay
about the
with it.
list, I'm talking about the amount. So if I just want to clarify that.
Amount, in the $14 million amount, sir, the project that's been promised to East Biloxi for 20 years is not on there.
Okay.
So that's the amount you're comfortable with. The amount above there is where the project is on, and you're saying you're not comfortable with that. That means
No,
that,
sir, I said I'm not comfortable going over the 14 million, and if we're going to approve an alternate add, then we can add to it.
Are you
not
willing
to
to
exceed
put your
14, but
projects?
not to exceed 14 million.
we only have one project that we're asking for. Are you willing to put your project on the second alternate?
I'm not discussing that today. I'm discussing the amount.
So we know the answer to that question.
No, you don't know the answer to it. The answer to it is I'm okay with the up to 14 million until we can show that we have the financial ability to handle any additional debt. Now, whether that list changes from
right
now,
there.
whether
She's
it gets
sitting right
tabled
there.
tonight, or it changes from now to when we actually pull the trigger on this, remains to be seen. We haven't made that final decision yet.
I think I just asked you, do we have the financial ability to safely do above 14 million?
I think that's above my skill set. I think you can do 14 million pretty easily because of the debt service that's rolling off. If you do more than that, I think you said the assumed interest rate, the underwriters, which I think 14 million would be about 1.1 million. So if that goes up, I think I've seen numbers for 15 million, it was 1.2 million.
Okay.
20.
Sir? Sir? Yes? Okay, $20 million. My understanding, I've asked this before, I've been hearing the right answers, the wrong answers. And now I just want to be clear here. $20 million, that going to financially ruin us? Or should we just go down lower and play it real safe and not do half the things that we need?
It would not financially ruin you. I think the city could debt service that. We would have, without raising taxes, would probably have to be back in weighted a little bit in the structuring, which is fine too. But to be fair to Mr. Glavin's point too, like he was saying, you can come back in another few years and issue some more bonds. The one thing I would not like the city to do is to borrow whatever the amount is, and then not to have those bonds proceeds spent within the 3-year window that you have. I understand you have 24 million now, but there's a lot of reasons projects can be delayed. So I can see both sides of the argument.
Right,
But
so
yes, you do have the capacity. You have the legal capacity, and if we structured it correctly, it could be done without raising taxes.
So we can basically, the answer to the question is yes, we can safely borrow it and
Give you an idea, just ran some numbers preliminary. And of course, these are approximations based on current rates, which do change. 20-year bond, $20 million would cost the city about $1.6 million in debt service annually. If we push it out to 30 years, which is possible, but I wouldn't recommend it, it'd be about 1.3. Backing it down to 15 million, we went to 15, just keep things like equal increments. 20 years would be about 1.2 million.
okay. All right. So the answer to my question is yes, we're safe.
You're safe.
Okay. What I'd like to know is this. What is it you got against including East Biloxi in the amount? I mean, you're squeezing us out.
You're putting words in my mouth. That is not what I've said. That is inaccurate. That's wrong for you to say that.
Okay,
we're talking about debt. We're talking about a bond. I'm talking about the amount. I'm talking about I've had 14 years on this council, and I know probably what we can handle. In my opinion, responsibly.
But he's the financial expert.
I'm just
How
telling
do
you,
pay him?
I'm one councilman, one vote. You know, there was a few weeks ago, this council was up in arms because we were going over 10 million, and now we're okay with it. I'm not okay. I'm just telling you, I am not okay with that. I'm not okay. If we have the ability in a couple years to issue some more bonds, we might be in that position, we might not. We don't know. And
Get your projects up on the
up
next
to
vote.
14 million is what I'm comfortable. My program may fall to the wayside with an alt-ad. You got 26 million on that list. That doesn't mean if we issue up to 14 million, yes, some of those are not going to make the cut, but they can be an alt-ad. We start out with, we're going to do these projects, and sometimes things change where, okay, we're not going to do that project, we're going to do an alt-ad. And that's responsible government, you know, to do that. Whether your project, my project makes the list when we issue these bonds, that's going to be a decision by this council collectively and the mayor as we move forward. So I'm not cutting out anybody's project. So don't put those words in my mouth because I did not say that.
If the capacity is limited to an amount that's so low that the project can't be in there, you just squeeze the project out.
Okay, well, I'm just one vote, and I'm just saying this is the people's credit card. This isn't the councilman's credit card. This is the people's credit card and debt that we're getting their tax dollars to repay the debt that we're going to put on the backs of every Biloxian. And I'm just telling you clearly,
as long as it's covered,
I've stated it clearly and transparently, I am not comfortable. It's been, I can't remember when we issued a bond over 14 million, maybe the baseball stadium we did that, and that's it. You know, we've capped out around 14 million.
So we have a 20-year
since
project.
I've sat on this council.
But
So
we have a 20-year
I am not comfortable. One councilman, we may have the other 6 that is comfortable in issuing 30 million. I am not. So I'm just stating that. On the amount, I have a problem with.
Mayor, you run the city. We don't want to tie your hands.
Well, hey, no, I like Jason, I can see what views here. This is a list. We developed a need and long-term needs, and we're just trying to figure out an amount that we can service comfortably. Right. In that right state. And, you know, there's going to be debt falling off in a year, 2 years, and there's going to be some progress. I think Jason would agree not to borrow less than you really, it's prudent to do.
Not less than you need, which may not be, that's not to say that do the full 26 million, but because of the rising costs, and I mentioned this earlier to this council, because of rising costs and inflation, there have been many bond issues I've worked on that they thought they would get a project done for a certain amount of money, and it came in much, much higher.
Again, I'm comfortable with 14, 16, 18, or 20. I think those are within the realm of what we can do in service that debt. We looking, and I think a part of your packet too, is look at the debt service without touching any kind of real ad valorem taxes or millage that you can service this debt. And I think the last big hit comes off in November of 2027. And that would add up, you look at the one that's going to fall off in April of 2027, that would 1.39 million plus 517, that's the margin.
Yeah, by fiscal year 29, you're down about 2 million in debt service.
Yeah. But, you know, I think to Jason's point, these are things that we've identified we've got to fix. These are things that are long-term, and the longer, on real long-term stuff that you wait, it's going to probably cost more. But these, again, I can appreciate wanting to drill down on this, because if it's decided that you want to do 14 million, then there's some things that you don't want to attack here, or there's some things you might want to drop off on in order to get the long-term best play on this leverage you're going to get by borrowing this money against the future reduction of debt service. Bottom line, these are things got to be fixed. And pretty much everybody now may not be, there may be this is a swag. This is about what we would think, expecting, and then the cost to, and the contingencies in the RPR and some of these other things and the design, that's what's really volatile and could come up if it's a big project. But we've been experienced, enough with that $14 million bond and our cost now. 7 was for the A.J. Holloway Sportsplex and 7 was for the extension in Pops Ferry. That's going pretty well. And we've actually, as we delivered that, we were very comfortable in the rate what we borrowed against what we, anyway, it was a good move. So this, I can say 14, 16, 18, or 20. That's, and I can appreciate people want to understand a little bit about the play. The play is a good play, and it's just a matter of y'all being comfortable on what the number is. And that's, I think, what Jane and Jason were talking about. We just need to say, we're going to borrow up to this amount of money.
Mr. Tisdale.
And so what I would suggest is we're doing a lot of discussion, and my suggestion would be that if we table this till next week and we have a workshop at 10 o'clock, then we can continue this discussion. And along with looking at all these projects, and remember we had a revised list given to us, as Mr. Creel mentioned, but just be thinking about which projects you want to fund. We're not going to fund them all, I don't think. We may end up doing that. But the other thing is, and you mentioned it again, a 3-year window.
To spend bond proceeds, tax exempt bond proceeds, these bond tax exempt, yeah.
So we're talking about what kind of projects can we do in 3 years, and I'm thinking we'll need the input from the administration and the city engineer to tell us what's possible to be done in 3 years. So we could, whatever that, maybe it's $8 million, good, we can pass a bond for $8 million, come back, pass another one a little later, or borrow the $14 million and issue a different series, right?
You could.
We could, so go for, if that's what it is, $14 million and issue different series to fit that 3-year window.
And just to clarify,
Have to reasonably expect to spend 85%.
85%, all right. Thank you. So,
You don't have to necessarily project.
gotcha. Thank you, Jane. So,
Be spent or allocated?
she said 85 of it needs.
Is it?
Mr. Creel, you got a question?
I'm sorry, is it spent or allocated?
Contracted probably.
It's always allocated. I mean,
Well, or contract, I mean, so not spent and the project doesn't have to be completed,
Encumbered.
as long as it's encumbered, correct?
I would say obligated.
Okay, obligated. All right, that's,
I don't have the code section in front of me, but I think you have to reasonably expect to spend it.
Okay.
all right, so having said all that, if you're ready for a motion, I'm prepared to make it.
Is there any other discussion before we consider a motion?
Let's go.
Mr.
Okay,
Tisdale.
I would motion that we table this till our next council meeting, which is February 10th at 1:30. And also on that day, February 10th at 10 o'clock, we have a workshop to discuss which projects we're going to fund with this proposed bond issue. And I've heard different figures mentioned, and we all have an opinion, and it may be that figure may go up or down, whatever suits the will of the council. So there's my motion.
All right, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Shoemaker. Discussion. Mr. Tisdale, you made the motion.
Yes,
So now we're in discussion phase of your...
I'm about discussed out. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Shoemaker, anyone else in the discussion of his motion to table? All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion for the consent?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Creel. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Gray. Mr. Creel.
So I just have just one question or concern rather on L and M. Christie, on L and M. It's the traffic study on Pass,
Oh, yes.
Pops and Nelson. Is this is this a subsequent traffic study, or have we not had a traffic study prior to the approval of Chick-fil-A, or?
This is something actually we've been working on even before Chick-fil-A came around. We had to apply for funding through GRPC, and we've got that funding allocated, and now we're moving forward with it. So it technically was been in the works before the Chick-fil-A. It just so happened that the Chick-fil-A was coming. We already had traffic problems there before, a lot of complaints from residents. So.
Okay, so this study will, so it will determine what?
It basically is going to look at what our traffic is now, what the traffic is going to be in the future when the Chick-fil-A and the Seven Brew open, and then it'll look into the future past that and let us know, make recommendations on improvements we can make in that intersection so that the traffic will flow better.
Okay, second thing is, will it extend to Pops and?
It is.
And Pass as well, with the extension? It'll take that into account?
Into account. We asked them to go ahead and look back at that intersection. That intersection is on high traffic studies, which was what it was designed on. But now that we've got the Chick-fil-A and all this coming on, we said, you know what? Let's go ahead and include that intersection as well with the new projections for Potts Ferry Extension and how it's going to interact with Nelson Road if we make Nelson Road improvements.
Okay, and then with Gulf Regional on board, right?
Yes.
Will they help determine funding with any improvements?
Yes, they can. Yes, we can go back and apply to funding for them. This also is if whatever comes out of this study, basically it's kind of the first step to even getting funding through GRPC. They like for you to have a plan of what you're going to do before you apply for construction.
So this is, we actually got a horse and the cart's coming later.
Maybe so.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, Mr. Gray.
That's all I have.
I got one for Jeff.
All right.
The gov deal on here.
Go ahead.
When are we putting stuff on here? I've not seen anything on there. Man, over the last couple of months, we approved a lot of stuff to be on there through all the departments, but I've not seen anything added to there. I mean, I go in there all the time. Shop.
You talking to?
As far as on the,
Anything for Biloxi?
okay, I don't know. I'll find out and get back with you on there. As far as I know, it's been submitted. So we'll take a look at that and I'll get back with you on there.
Okay, that's all I have.
All right, Mr. Shoemaker.
I just, G, but the only thing, and I know that's something we won't do tonight, but I would just say maybe next week we could propose a resolution taking that money from Hibernia that we had given $5,000 and maybe give that to the Trinet Foundation for the boat races that are coming in April, I believe.
All right. Would the administration consider that under advisement? Suggestion by Mr. Shoemaker? Repurpose that Hibernia donation?
Yes, sir.
It's already in there for non-departmental. Thank you, Mr. Shoemaker. Anything else? All right. Anyone else?
Yeah, right here.
All right. Mr. Marshall.
D. The resolution authorizing the approval for the East Biloxi East-West Neighborhood Access Road. You don't need to come up. I'm just automatically against it. Automatically, because I believe the CDBG funds shouldn't be going on roads, should be going to helping the people. Online.
All right. Does the council have any other comments? You got anything?
I got anything.
All right, we'll vote on the consent, and then I'll accept the exceptions. All in favor of the consent? All opposed? All right, motion carries. We'll ask for the exceptions. Mr. Gray?
None.
Mr. Marshall?
Going to be D.
All right. Mr. Nail?
None.
Mr. Creel?
None.
Mr. Tisdale?
None.
Mr. Shoemaker?
No exceptions.
I have no exceptions as well. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, code enforcement. Go ahead and open it up.
Item A, the Steps Coalition, 274 Holly Street. I spoke with Mr. Green. Mr. Jonathan Green was in the audience. This is a tree that fell down, and he said he's already got it scheduled to be taken down. I told him I would ask for 30 days.
All right, Chair will entertain a motion for 30 days.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Gray, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Mr. Tisdale. Mr. Gray, any additional discussion?
None.
Mr. Tisdale?
None.
Anyone else? Okay, all in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Item B, Sandy Tran, 327 Holly Street. That case has been resolved. Item C, Mary W. Ladner, Life Estate, 550 Beach Boulevard. That case has been resolved.
All right. Code enforcement closed. Move on to routine. Need a motion?
So moved.
Routine agenda.
I'm sorry?
On the routine agenda, we heard from the,
Can I get a motion to get it in discussion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Creel. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Nail. Discussion.
we received word today from Mr. Holloman. He represents Cotton Forest Estate. They did not know about the property in Goose Point that was approved last week. So what he asked is if we could hold up the adjudication for 30 days, and he said they will get a crew in there to clean the property up and remove that old bridge that's fallen apart.
Appropriate to get a motion right here on the routine. All right, do I have a motion for 30 days on the routine, under the routine to give 30 days for Cotton Forest Estate?
Sure, I'll make that motion.
All right, made by Mr. Tisdale. Do I have a second?
Second.
What's that? It's inappropriate to do that on routine?
Could we not,
Just on this, this item on the routine.
just on this one item?
Move it from the routine for 30 days.
Okay. We're removing it from the routine for 30 days. That was just to clarify the motion. And we duly second it. It's in discussion. We're going to vote on it. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. And that's it, right? Need a motion to...
So moved.
Adjourn. All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, seconded by Mr. Tisdale. Any discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? Thank you.
Question, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
I made the motion on removing that item D from the routine agenda for 30 days. Who made? Jamie. Jamie Karen. Thank you. That's all.
I did.